Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 9 of my Nakai The Wanderer campaign. So a couple of things before we get started. Apparently you can... Not you. Swartplot. Swartplot? Fucking weird name. Apparently we're only trusted friends? What? Why the fuck have you got a problem with my treaties with Kislev? What's that about? And apparently I'm a great power? What? You don't... What? Can I demand... Right, I can demand some money, so I can go, give me some cash. Okay, good. Can I... Is that going to piss you off, or no? Can I demand more payment? Okay, well, fine. But apparently you can just demand payment for them every so often and they will give it to you, so that's good. That's nice. Dare I dream the impossible fucking dream? It's going to take 2 growth, a lot of money, but fuck it, I want a Dreadsaurian. Now, people have said Barney for a Dreadsaurian. Okay, Barney, it's good, but what about Denver? The last dinosaur? He's your friend and a whole lot more. Of course, in the Dreadsaurian's case, he won't be your friend. And by a whole lot more, it means he will just fucking murder you. But still, I mean, maybe I need 2. One called Barney, one called Denver. That could work. Perfect. So we've got it. Sir Tamats, you are just hanging about. Why aren't you in this army? Oh, right, because we had Croak and he can then do the thing that I want him to do, so... Sir Tamat, sort of surplus to requirements now, so we're going to send him up ahead to scout for us. Poor Sir Tamat. He's had a rough ride. Not as rough as Popcorn, who's currently all the way down in Lustria, having managed to dodge an assassin and kill her himself. Good work there. He's out all alone in Lustria, just all by himself. It's a bit sad, really, but that is just what's going on. Okay, so I kind of want an Ancient Salamander. This army is looking quite fucking weird, isn't it? Like, we've got... I mean, Croak's nice to have. I want the Scar Veteran, because you can eventually put him on a Carnosaur, which is ace. Your Maxon Barbs and Salamanders are quite nice. The Croxagors I want... Basically, I just need a bigger army. Just need to be allowed to recruit more units, I think, is generally what I need. I also need 2 units of Sacred Croxagors, don't I? So, if I go and grab the average crocodiles off you, you can camp back down again, and we can then get maybe another unit of Sacred Croxagors. I kind of want the Ancient Salamander, but 3 turns to recruit. Maybe I get you to recruit it? How long would it take you to recruit the Ancient Salamander? 6 turns. I mean... I would prefer you just sitting around. I prefer Kermit just sitting around for 6 turns than I would Nakai, because obviously that's a little bit more. Nakai can get more done. Kermit, he's just support really, and sort of where I toss my units that I don't want anymore. Sounds awful. It's like the fucking Raggy Dolls. They're rejects. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? They're not rejects, they're just... Nakai's army is the creme de la creme of our force. He needs to be tip-top fighting condition, and therefore any units that may be a little bit, you know, not quite there, go into Kermit's army. Eventually Kermit will have a full army, and then those guys can go into a 3rd army, which I'm sure I will never get to, because Nakai's economy is fucking atrocious. I think a few... Now people have actually got the game. I think a few people are kind of going, oh, right, he only gets... And I think someone did the maths here. Like 120 income per settlement. That's fucking nothing. That's like just... nothing, is it? It's... I don't quite... I mean, surely... Maybe it would be a good idea to give Nakai techs that, as he researches them, gives him more vassal income or something, because... At the moment, Nakai's income is awful. Absolutely atrocious. Right, reclaiming the lost world. Your noble slam mage priests have devised a ritual that they do nothing but fucking do that, do they? Suffered from attrition. I'm going to say the troops cannot be spared. Okay, so we've got quest successful. So, move any... Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, at least... You know what? Last episode, I almost disbanded Scaly Popcorn because I was like, you can come home now. Imagine if I'd done that and then got this fucking quest. I would have lost my nuts. I would have legitimately just... Okay, Nakai the Wanderer knows that every second counts if the lizardmen are to rally and prevent catastrophe at the gnarled hand of Luther Harkon, the fell Lamian vampire admiral. Well, is he a Lamian? I didn't know that. And with every passing moment, Harkon's ramshackled army marches ever closer to the lizardman's first city of Itza. The treasured ancient... I thought all Lamians were... women. Anyway, first city of Itza, the treasured ancient temple city must not fall under any circumstances, and certainly not to a thoroughly verminous host such as this. We must get into position whereby we can discuss this pressing situation with the city's defenders. The Bray herds come. There. Okay, don't care about that. So, Scaly Popcorn, you're here? Do you want to search the ruins? No one there. Rubik, oh god, I don't know how to do this one. To access solitude is always desired. So there's a purple one, there's a yellow one, there's a blue one, there's a red one. So it's not what is missing. Maybe it's what isn't next to another one. So that's next to that one. That one's next to that one. That one's not next to any of the others. So that one? Or not. But at least we've completed the quest, so that's good. Just like clockwork, Luther Harkon's literally tireless zombie pirates have besieged Itza and have begun a full assault on the outer walls. Always plotting, always scheming, like every last one of the nasty little race. His experienced Skaven mercenary contingent are assisting his efforts using all the perfidious tricks at their disposal. Nakai knows all too well that the first city is to be preserved. If the Old One's great plan is to remain undiverted, then swift direct action is required without further delay. And that is going to give us the Golden Tribute, which is quite nice in general, but also, for 30 meters, everyone gets perfect fucking vigor. Nice. What's the enemy force? It's literally just... Is that it? Zombles? Really? Okay, I mean... I can probably do that now, actually. So, how are we looking? I mean, that seems fine. I mean, one of our units is a little bit dented there, but other than that, what I would like, actually, is maybe another unit with blessed... Another blessed unit. So we can maybe switch out these Saurus warriors. So we'll trade those over to Kermit. You have that. We will recruit you. Okay, I see that now. We've got 4 mason shield with shields, and then a couple of spears. That's quite nice. Good front line there. Backed up by Croxagore, lots of sacred Croxagore. A couple of flying units just in case, and blessed horned ones as well. That's nice, and some salamanders. All pretty good, plus Croak, of course. We've also got some research, which I'm going to put in... Horde building cost, I'm not particularly... Income, I mean, we don't get a lot of money, so I guess anything that gives us more money after battle is quite nice. Let's get the sequence of plunder. To victor the spoils. The sequence guarantees the income gained from sacking and looting following a settlement battle will be increased significantly. Sure, good. Okay, I've not done this quest battle yet, so this should be interesting. Okay, that's slightly worse than it was to start off with. That's mortars. Don't like that. Depth guards. Okay. Okay, rotting Prometheans. Okay, that's not too worrying. Mortlock Jezzails are generally not an issue. This army is just chaff. Not too worried about that. I think this will be all right. Plus, we've got some reinforcements of our own. Look at that. Oh, this will be a cakewalk. So the ancient city of Itza, and this is not going to go well. We're already taking mortar fire. We've spawned some feral cold ones at the back, but unfortunately a little bit too early, and they got torn up by the enemy guns. Nothing we can do there. Now we have to, in this battle, protect Lord Zlep of Itza, as well as Gorok. Both of them must survive the battle. That's not Gorok. That's Gorok there. There's Gorok. So both those guys must survive the battle, and they're already fighting their own engagement as it is. We're spawning some Razordons in the back to try and get some damage there. The rest of our army is now advancing. Nakai already getting stuck in against some depth guards. He's not doing much killing. He's taking a lot of damage. Salamander's trying to take out the Rotting Leviathan, opening fire on that. We need to break through this army quickly. Meanwhile, Onzimmer Arm and the Blessed Horned Ones have broken away from the main force to try and assist our allies, because they are super duper fast at speed 98, and they're reaching the enemy line pretty quickly. As an Engine of the Gods just absolutely wrecking this army. 200. I need to get one of these things. I need to get one of them. Jesus. In come the Blessed Horned Ones, careering into the side of the enemy army. And a lot of those guys now breaking. Apparently victory is in our grasp. Is it? I mean, we have managed to break through most of the enemy army. Nakai, though, taking massive amounts of damage after being surrounded by some polearm, depth guard with polearms, which isn't very good. Unfortunately, he has now got assistance, and he's used his healing potion. Enemy reinforcements are arriving, getting a nasty little blast of magic there, but we're okay, and reinforcements have arrived. That's right, there's another force arriving, led by Luther Harkon himself. Yet more depth guard. There's a Rotting Leviathan, there's polearms, there's a couple of Necrofex Colossuses, and some deck droppers with handguns. All very nasty units. Don't really want to have to deal with them on top of everything else, but our army's not looking too bad, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're just wiping out the last remnants of this host. Nakai took quite a bit of damage, but he should be okay. There is our Colossadon Hunters sorting out that, and we're just taking down the last mortar with our Pterodons. No problems there. However, having defeated their army, Zlep, the Slam Mage Priest, goes, "Don't worry guys, Luther Harkon's here. I've got this. No problem." He does not got this. His army is heading to intercept the enemy army. That's not what I want. So you can see Zlep is now heading in that direction. There's a couple of as a temple guard there, a couple of as a red crested skinks, a couple of units of skinks, and yes, they are heading straight for Luther Harkon's force. Immediately, I panic because there's no. I'm look. They're going to reach it long before I do, and I've still got units to finish off. I'm still mopping up here. So we just need to finish off this Vampire Fleet Admiral. And we're going to race to try and relieve the Slam Mage Priest before he falls. And unfortunately, the enemy army looks like they're moving to intercept. In fact, a large percentage of the enemy army is moving to intercept. Including Luther Harkon himself. That's not good. So Salamanders are pretty fast. They're moving ahead of the main force, and our army is just preparing to book it towards the income. Guys, you. I think they all got stuck on each other, and only Nakai and Croak started actually moving while I was keeping an eye on what's going on, because I've decided to try and help out the poor old Slam Mage Priest, because we've still got Onzinner Arm and our Blessed Horned Ones. So, oof. Luther Harkon incoming. There he comes. He's coming straight for the Slam Mage Priest. That's not good. The rest of our army is now legging it towards the reinforcements to try and help. But we're all on foot. It's going to take us ages to get over there. And plus, we're going to have to break through these undead units. So here come the Blessed Horned Ones on Zinner Arms. The Slam Mage Priest has already started taking damage. Apparently, he's just doing a flying toss. So we're going to charge in. Start hitting him from the rear. On Zinner Arm getting stuck in as well. Lord Zlep is taking some damage. Here comes one of the Engines of the Gods is coming in to back us up. Thank God for that. Luther Harkon's actually taking quite a lot of damage. We're getting the... we're just booking it over there. Trying to get there as quickly as possible. trying to form up our army so it's in some sort of semblance of order to try and overrun these depth guards. Arlo has apparently not had the memo. He's just legging it over there by himself to try and slave the Slam Mage Priest. Colossodons getting torn up by the... but at least they're chasing off the handguns. The Blessed Horned ones still fighting on, but taking a lot of damage. Luther Harkon has now been joined by a Necrofex Colossus, a Rotting Leviathan. There's a Pterodons overhead dropping bombs on the enemy's heads. We're trying to break through. Poor old Arlo's been surrounded. But fortunately, Croak has him covered. That'll do it. Arlo's free. Arlo has got away. That depth guard unit completely overwhelmed. We're just smashing through this depth guard. Basically, just need to crush, smash through them. Need to get to the Slam Mage Priest before he dies. Talking of the Slam Mage Priest, he's actually not too bad, despite the fact he's surrounded by depth guard with polars, by Necrofex Colossuses, and of course the deck droppers. So far, so bad. Looks like the Blessed Horned ones are not in a good place. Where is Onzina Arm? He's around here somewhere. I think he's running away. Yeah, he's almost dead. He's running away, as are the Blessed Horned ones who've been broken. The Slam Mage Priest is also running away now. That at least may be good, because he might be able to actually float away quicker than the enemy can get after him. The Salamander's moving in to try and deal with Luther Harkon. We spawned some Razordons, and he's now just sat there, and we're just going to open fire and burn him alive to try and deal with him before he can get back to Slam Mage Priest. Now, the Slam Mage Priest is actually getting away, thank God for that. He's going to scooch around this corner and be generally probably fine. Where's Gorok when all this is going on? Gorok is apparently just chasing off some Skaven. So apparently these rattling weapon teams are running away from the Scar Veteran, and they're just chasing them all over the map. So they're no help, absolutely bloody useless. Now the Slam Mage Priest is slowly getting away, but there's a Sebastian after him, and speed 37, speed 50. Yes, the slowest high-speed chase in history, but it's not going to go the way of the Slam Mage Priest, unfortunately. Luther Harkon finally goes down to concentrated salamander fire. Eventually. Kill him, please. Thank you. Right, he's dead. Unfortunately, his giant Sebastian crab is not. And it's just slowly chomping its way through Zlep. And yeah, it's just brutally murdering him. And there's nothing I can do. I can't reach him in time. I've got no units fast enough to catch up. And my army starts to break and run, and there's nothing I can do. Okay. Jesus, how the fuck are you supposed to do that? What sadist went, yeah, keep the frog, the suicide frog alive? Fucking hell. Okay, well, we lost our Blessed Horned ones. It's less than ideal. Okay, well, that was a failure, wasn't it? Shit. Okay, what could I do? So I feel like the main issue, or one of the main issues, was not be... I mean, you are anti-large and armor piercing. Maybe we grab you. Maybe we do that. I need to deal with those mortars quickly. I tell you what I need is more flying units. I need more flying units to save the fucking suicide Lord of Itza. Jesus. Okay. Let's repair all those as well. Never mind. Okay. Well, that was fine. At least I know what I'm facing this time, and I know that I need to really keep an eye on the bloody frog. And what the? You know what? I'd actually prefer if the frog had chased chase the units off the field like Gorok. I imagine I could have dealt with that army by myself. The panic was the main thing. Stressing out that I was about to lose the frog and then forgetting the frog and then having the giant crab eat the frog was I think my main issue. I think that's probably my takeaway from that. Scaly Popcorn, you have survived again. Good job. Why don't you be a specialist? There we go. And because we don't have no more to do at Chakwa, I guess maybe we can go and try and find some other factions. Hello, Gorok. Trespasses. Right, yeah, because I teleported. On the other hand, being at war with all those factions apparently is good. So that's fine. I might have to... Oh, we could confederate. What does that do? Does that give all of their settlements to the defenders and Gorok is then a horde? Citation needed? I'm not actually sure what happens if you confederate with someone. I mean, you know, in theory, good. In practice, might not actually be the best option because I then am defending on multiple fronts and probably in a lot of trouble. Okay, so let's end the turn. That quest battle didn't go quite how I envisioned it. The new quest battles are rough. Like the quest battles vary in difficulty massively, but that one is brutal. Gorok, do you want me to join your war against the... I mean, I may as well. They're literally... You could not get further away from me, so sure. A wise choice for one so young. Mate, 8,000 years old. I know I look pretty good for it, but still, 8,000 years old. Okay, we have spotted Throg, servants of the Hound. Word comes of blah blah blah. Okay, something about stuff. I'm just going to recover the plaque, I think, because that's probably the best option. So, Wulfric's there, backed up by Throg. We've taken a bit of a beating. Lord Croak has ranked up, though, which is nice. Let's get more replenishment, because I think we're going to need it. Okay, so Karok is heading to... Now, someone said that they get the same techs as you do. However, that does not seem to... Well, no, are they... Wait, do we have the chaos... Do we have anti-chaos tech, or... That's the wrong button. I'm thinking of this button. There we go. Okay, we are immune to chaos attrition, but it seems like our vassal is not. Yep. Nope. They are dying from attrition anyway. Okay, so they don't get the tech that we do. That's a given. That's science. Alright, what I'm thinking... Because Throg is going to get his go first... I'm going to see if we can lure him into an ambush. So we're going to scooch up here. And we're going to see if we can lay in wait. Because I think he might see this army as a bit of soft touch and maybe try and go for it. And if he does, all the better. Worst case scenario, he takes Khazid Border Crag and we don't have... I mean, that's fine. I don't really care. Okay, let's hover Kermit over here. He can float over there for us. We could potentially get... I don't really keep the casual recruitment cost might be quite nice though, because those units are pretty pricey. Because we're recruiting them from the global recruitment pool. Can we stab you? No. Alfric is still alive. Literally the worst. Oh my god, you've got a lot of werewolves in that army. That's a lot of werewolves. That's more werewolves than I think you should have, really. So to Matt, let's... do I want you to be an agent or do I want you... I kind of want to put you in an army at some point when you've got a Stegid on. So let's go with precise, because at some point you're going to get a three-horned friend. Oh, and Scaly Popcorn, I forgot to move you. And I haven't got the camera mod installed yet. So whenever it pans across to you, it takes literally a week. Is Throg going to fall for it? Yes, he is. Excellent. Okay, let's pop the Swiftness banner on that. They've got a lot of nasty units there, but being ambushed gives us the advantage. A nasty opening burning head there from the enemy sorcerer, which does some damage to us. Also does some damage to the enemy Marauder champions. Salamanders opening fire on the frost trolls. They're of course weak to fire, so that's not going to work out very well for them. In fact, a lot of these units are actually weak to fire because they regenerate. So a lot of the Norscan units regenerate, and so they're weak to fire. And then we can just, well, burn them to pieces. In come the Hopak cohorts. They're just keeping the Salamanders safe should we need to. A little shield there from Lord Krug, keeping us all good. Another burning head, which actually does quite a lot of damage to our units. And there is Throg and Nakai going toe-to-toe. Battle of the monsters. But it looks like Nakai has won. Only just, though, because he fetched... Nakai, you just fell on your... Okay, well, Throg has wandered off. Nakai is, I'm going to be honest, probably slightly slower. Yes, by 1. Oh no, Throg's actually coming back. Throg is coming back to the fight. Apparently he wants another go. No, he's changed his mind. He has now shattered. He went, no, actually, you know what? Actually, no. No, absolutely not. But we did finally just murder the sorcerer who did those burning heads and caused us so much damage. Fortunately, it won't have actually killed many, I don't think. So we just need to chase down as many of these units as possible and kill them all. Well, and the Clash of the Monsters looks like Nakai wins. So let's take the extra replenishments. And was Throg marching? Holy shit, so he just died. Okay, that's what it's worse. And looks like Nakai now has Troll Hunter. An oddity amongst his kind. Throg is nothing if not tenacious. He won't stay down for long. Bonus best large and weapon strength plus 3%. I'll take it. Thanks very much. An Age of Discovery. Oh, that's not good. They want us to recruit a war beast, and the lizardmen have a lot of different war beasts. Could do. Probably won't. I really hope that doesn't mean that these guys have met these guys, because if that is the case, that could be bad. It's probably fine. Right, let's go. Oh, hello. That looks like a scary army. Looks like a very scary army. Okay, well, let's go and deal with these rebels. Let's bop them on the head. Bop. Did it. Nice work. Good stuff. Everyone has gained a level. In fact, 2. Look at that. Okay, so we've got Renowned and Feared. Happy with that. Happy with that. I don't think I want Unbreakable. I think Unbreakable would potentially... I mean, he's already got a crap ton of leadership, so I don't think we need it. The other option is we could go with missile resistance and more melee defense for our Croxagors. Weapon strength and armor for our Saurus, which I'm kind of tempted by. I mean, all this is good, but I think I want to go wild-eyed, and I'm thinking thick skin. Or maybe we just go in Force Rewarder, because that's just going to give him more weapon strength. It's another 15 armor. Yeah, okay, let's just go weapon strength. More weapon strength. You can't go wrong with more weapon strength. Arlo. Now, I could make you immortal, but there is that tech that I could... Is it tech? Yes, it is tech, isn't it? Which tech? This one. I just need 400 thingies to use it. We're getting 70 a turn. So we can get... I think we're going to work on grabbing that next. So I'm not going to make you immortal. That could be the wrong choice, but it's the choice I'm going to make. So let's give you Cleanse Corruption. I guess I could give you Scouting, so we can pick up more magic items. On Xenarm, a few more levels, and you can get your Carnosaur, which will make you 10 times stronger. Let's go for Woundmaker. Let's do that. And then Croak. I do quite like Supreme Shield. That is, I mean, it's 18 seconds, which doesn't feel very long, but it's quite nice. Plus 5% for all units. Hero Army, that's quite nice. Get research rate. I mean, Croak is just pretty awesome. In general, he's just pretty great. I do like Deliverance of Itza. You know what? I'm gonna get more Supreme Shield because every 60 seconds. I mean that. It feels quite strong. It feels quite strong. So we're going to do that. I don't like you being there. Holy shit! That's terrifying. Look at all this storm vermin. Ugh, and death runners and death glow bombardiers. Those guys are the worst. I'm going to assume that probably isn't your only army either. It's a bit concerning. Kermit's leveled up though. Good old Kermit. Shall we give you a fireball? I mean, it's kind of your thing, isn't it? Throwing fireballs at people. So let's do that. Money wise, can we get any more money off the defenders? Can I have that much? Thank you. Most kind. Okay, let's go for the runic portal. From here, his men can gather, instruct, and repair their forces according to the endless war's fickle fortunes. Okay. And Wulfric is legging it back home because his boss just got his ass kicked by an even bigger, badder monster than Throg. Right, okay, so hero's not moved. That would be Satamat. That's fine. Can you just stab this guy? Oh, finally. Good job. That guy was the worst. What about poor old Scaly Popcorn all the way down on his lonesome in Lustria? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. You know what? Should we go and try and link up with Mazda Mundi? Let's go and do that. Let's go and see if we can find Mazda Mundi. Ideally, without dying horribly, if you could manage that. Scaly Popcorn, that would be ace. Right, we're going to save focus for the wound tech, because that's just going to free up a skill point for everyone, which is quite nice, and also mean that my heroes will never die, which is quite important actually, because I tend to be quite bad with looking after them. I mean, having said you only get 120 ink, why is the cohort less than... You know what, fine, doesn't matter. Well, they've got physical resistance as well. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, sure. So, I mean, like, you only get like 120, I think it's 120, for each settlement you have. I mean, if you get all the all the cost reduction techs, upkeep reduction, actually, that's like, you know, a unit of Croxagore, effectively. So it's not actually that bad. Although, you know, trying to protect them, that's something else. I'm slightly worried that the Dark Elves might have met them, and the Dark Elves will then probably declare war and try and start taking my settlements, which will upset me because I'll have to send an army back, and I've only got 2, and actually it's more like 1.5. And also I just lost my quest battle, so I'm a little bit salty, but that's fine. We will do that quest battle, but that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Nakai The Wanderer Campaign.